Look who I have here.
I can't believe he has me.
Oh my God. It's To the Top Invites with the one and only Mr. Bob Saget.
Yeah, but every day I've called you because I don't have any friends anymore, and you've been gracious enough,
Bobby,
to answer. But that's my mother's voice. That scares me. That scares me.
You can always call us.
But you were always laughing, and you had a giant crowd recording today.
Yes.
Normally it's like a South Park audience,
right?
Or a Bullwinkle cartoon,
right.
Depending on your, millennial or Gen X, and or whatever the hell I am.
I don't know. I don't even think I'm Gen X. I think I'm like the 80s baby.
Yeah, I'm a negative XX. That's possible if you're emaciated. But I am thrilled the way you've just taken me under your wing. Like a little baby bird that fell out of a tree.
Little baby Bobby bird. It was years ago we hung out. We went to Club Paris. I know you do a bunch of stuff.
No, I had
hair.
No, I remember. I remember.
Yeah.
We had fun.
We did have a good
I
ass
can't have that fun no more.
Yeah, me neither. I stopped drinking about 3 years ago.
Yeah, I can't do nothing. And I'm traveling, so I got to be lucid and sober. And people are like, it was funny, I was doing an Instagram live because you talk to people.
Of course.
And then they say mean stuff and you got haters. But when you do Instagram Live or Facebook Live, the questions go by so fast that they go, they say something really douchey and you want to block them, but you can't. It's gone too quick.
It's too much.
You gotta sit there with a memo pad.
What was it? XX277 said I was a dick. All right, I'm blocking your ass later. Bob.
It's always good to have your ass blocked.
It is.
Yeah, I use duct tape.
It's very nice. Just kind of
if you go to prison, it's done.
I got to experience something. We went to Club Paris, and I remember seeing the faces in the crowd. Yes, they were hammered. Some were on Molly. Some were all crazy. But
I wasn't any of that.
Neither of us were.
No.
But the people watching came over and were like, "Oh my God, it's Bob Saget." And
it's just the drugs.
No, and I'll tell you when I worked with Lisa Kudrow and in a show
sweetheart.
called amazing, in a show called Kimmy Schmidt, and I went to Universal with her, and it was the same reaction. Do you feel because you were in the house and TV with everybody that you have like this really big connection?
Well, it's a well-known thing that if you've been on TV for any length of time, that you've been in people's living rooms or their bedrooms while they're eating dinner together, while they gathered around at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock to watch me do the video show for 8 years.
Which my daughter and I still watch, and to this day, pushing a rock.
That was the best
dude, I'm telling you, my daughter and I still watch.
Turning around.
You set the standard with that.
Well, and I'm doing the voices again on Videos After Dark.
Videos After Dark.
It's either coming out in July or in the fall. ABC's making a decision this week. But there's a lot of episodes. We made a lot.
They gotta put that on.
And it's on. I mean, it has to go on because they spent a lot of money. And so
they've already paid me. And
I mean on the show.
Yeah.
In general, and because it's hard to. You'd think it'd be easy to put a video show together where people get hit in the crotch, but these people are naked. So
nice.
What they gotta do is they gotta blur it. So that's extra money right there.
So it's a little more raunchy, a little more videos?
It's an adult show. It says at the beginning of it. It's like a Girls Gone Wild.
Damn.
Disclaimer. I'm going to talk about it on stage.
Hell
I don't want to spill it all out.
No. We'll keep it.
But it's a good show because it's funny.
Okay.
And if 10 o'clock at night, you watch that, and then just don't put the news on right after.
No.
You just watch people get hurt, and then you go to bed. You go to bed feeling good. Like it's sheep that you're counting, but all of them are falling off a cliff. So it's a little bit like Game of Thrones.
Do you watch Game of Thrones?
We can't talk about it, but yes.
Okay.
We can't discuss it at all.
We will not discuss it, but it was not a Starbucks cup. It's called craft services, folks. Okay?
No, it's also they weren't near a Starbucks. They were like in some foreign land, and believe me, these guys, I actually know them. They're geniuses.
Oh yeah.
And they're David and Dan, and they wrote this amazing thing and produced it. I'm sure that they are getting a hold of the original if they haven't done it already, and changing all that. They're pulling the copy out and they're putting it back. It's a huge amount of work. It's going to cost a fortune. It's going to have to go on HBO Go. It's going to go on all that stuff. So all reruns will not have the coffee cup,
which is a shame.
I don't think so. I mean,
of all shows, that has to have the fantasy feel to it.
Ben-Hur was a movie, and it wasn't about being a transsexual. It was a movie about chariot racing, kind of like Gladiator, but not well done.
No.
But it was well done for the time.
Oh, yeah.
But so, speaking of time, someone was wearing a watch in it, so that was like one of those things.
I did not know that.
And supposedly, there's a lot of weird myths about Wizard of Oz. There's weird
The
stuff.
thing
Yeah,
hanging
no,
in that was a crane.
Let's
That
not
was a crane.
Really?
It was a crane. They went back and they found it, and it was a crane that spun around.
With a rope on.
Yep. It wasn't. There was no evidence that any
See,
of the
why do
did anything.
people spread negative?
What about the 3 Men and a Baby one?
I don't know that.
You never heard that one? That the ghost of the guy that killed himself in the apartment was in the back? If you look at a scene, but they found it, it was Ted Danson's stand-up. It was just like some cutout.
Of course it was.
Yeah, nothing ever happened on Full House or anything like that. That was crazy.
No,
creepy.
I was the only creepy thing there. No, I was just a little nuts because I was going through a lot of stuff. I was the beginning of my third midlife crisis.
So,
I'm still going through it.
When was your first one? Because I'm 38.
Oh, you're in it. I started mine at 20. And I was unhappy my whole 20s and depressed.
Really?
Yeah, and I got gigs like a Richard Pryor movie. I became friends with a lot of comedians, and that doesn't make you happier.
Wow.
And
I didn't know that, dude.
yeah, I mean, it's like I wrote a book, Dirty Daddy, and
Okay,
it says
I'll
all the
check it
stuff.
out.
Like I just told a story about. I won't talk about it because I don't want to talk about it. But it was online today because I Google myself every 16 minutes.
There I am.
That's me. That's my name. When they spell it wrong, that's the funny part. Sagat.
Really?
At least they're not doing the first letter wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
But I wouldn't mind it at this point. But it's just interesting that
They talked about that, your depression?
They talked about something else I did. I was crazy.
I was crazy back in the day, too.
I'm still crazy. I mean, you'll see. You'll watch
Oh, I
this.
know.
There's
Oh, I
something
know.
that goes on in the mind. And this is right before I'm about to go on and do like a 90-minute show in Orlando.
Yeah.
And some people, they chose the other route. They chose they're not dirty or I'm not dirty.
Real. You're just real.
I speak free and
Yeah.
I don't speak misogynistically.
No.
And when I do, it's done with total
Cleverness.
acknowledgement.
Yeah.
And I got 3 daughters and a wife, and I got women everywhere. I'm scared to death. I can't do anything wrong.
But you've been in
I've
this
always been a good person because I would say it on stage, but that's where it was. That's where I kept it.
Yeah.
But I'll be talking about that because this is that quiet time before the show.
Quiet, but I interrupted it because
He's
I
been
had
so
to
nice
because
because he 3 days in a row, and tomorrow's another day. You don't know. Well, I've got 5 to 6 hours of press tomorrow, so
Okay.
I would. Is it possible to just call you guys?
You can call us whenever.
Just cold call you.
Cold calls.
So as I'm driving to another press, I'll be calling you.
Yes.
All right.
That is guaranteed.
That'll prove to you that I didn't hang out on the radio with you just to book seats.
Well, my
in a
wife
place.
said that she's like, look, Bob is very busy. You don't need to, he's got just coming in. He's selling tickets. He's going to be, and I'm like, look, we already hung out with Bob. He's a cool dude, and we're here at the
Well, we've hung out before, but we haven't hung out. I mean, I would like to come back here and do a couple nights.
Take some time.
Yeah, and come in the morning and do
So
it
do you
right.
not drink anymore? No more drinking?
I drink a little bit, but never before.
I gave it up about
anything
3
I
years
do.
ago. Got me this little thing called Arrested all the time. I used to like to
you
be a
don't wanna
little
do
bit.
that.
Yeah, and my life, it's amazing how your life, because a lot of the shows I do a show called To the Top, and I'll cut this out, where it's about positivity and comedy.
Don't cut that out.
I'm not going to cut it out because Bob said I'm going to keep it.
cuts it out.
Cut it.
But no, say the positive stuff.
Yeah, I live by To the Top, never stop because I really got in a lot of trouble early in my life. I was a wild, crazy party dude, and then I've been able to, raise a family, turn it around, and my career and my life has taken off to the next level. So when I speak to actors, to artists that have also gone through it, I always like to share that with the audience.
They're all on the borderline, especially if you're doing somewhere where you let your emotions in.
Absolutely. That was my issue. But now I take that energy and I think that's either you or me, but either way, I take that energy and I put it into my work. I put it into my comedy, and I think that's the same thing that you've been doing because you've done pretty much everything, dude.
Well, I got more to do.
What's the next thing?
Oh, well, I want to do another Broadway play. I need to do this show, so I'm going to have to stop this soon.
Of course, yeah.
I want to do a lot of movies. I want to do at least one movie that's as good as it gets, which is really hard because that's like 10 years James L. Brooks worked on that.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie probably has always been It's a Wonderful Life. But,
classic.
But I have a lot of them.
Yeah.
I mean, E.T.'s up there.
Oh, man.
And I said that once at the gynecologist office. There's a lot of movies. I love The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. Nobody will know that, but that was kind of my wonderful life. There's a guy with locked-in syndrome because he had a stroke, and it's a true story. It was a guy that ran Elle magazine, and it was directed by Julian Schnabel, who did Basquiat.
Basquiat, I love that.
I recommend Diving Bell and the Butterfly. It's upsetting for younger people and depressing, but it's also very life-affirming and makes you appreciative.
I will check that out.
I'm big on Game of Thrones right now. That's kind of like the best movie I've ever seen.
Man.
It's the biggest, longest movie I ever saw.
It is amazing. The fight scenes are amazing. And one thing that's amazing, you're about to go perform. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna keep
I gotta change clothes.
Yes, you do, Bob. Thank you.
Putting on a
so
skirt,
much.
a hoop skirt.
And if you want to tell everybody to the top, never stop, then go ahead.
To the top, never stop. Never stop.
Thank you, Bob.
There is no woman I haven't said that
To the top invites. See ya.
to. To the top, it bites. What?
Invites. I'm gonna have a guest on. Say
To the
invites.
top, it bites.
And this is my
right.
awesome
It
guest.
doesn't bite.
No, hell no.
Hell
Bites.
no.
Hell no.